The number one Elliott wave structure that could just change your trading in Bitcoin. Stick around and find out. All right, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and a Forex trader here to help you understand the market through an Elliott wave lens. I trade using a theory called Elliott wave theory, guys. We look at the market through a lens of 5s and 3s. We put those 5s and 3s together, see what we can understand where price might be heading with wave structure. Guys, I want to talk to you today about the wave structure, the Elliott wave structure that you really must understand, especially in Bitcoin trading, when you're trading and buying and selling Bitcoin. If you'll understand it, you'll learn to recognize it on the chart. You'll be on your way to making good, consistent profit as you buy and sell Bitcoin. So I'm going to teach you today the most important structure that I could teach you guys that you need to understand and study, okay, through Elliott wave. So let's jump in, let's dive in. Let me do a little teaching in the blank area of my chart first, and then we'll look at a bunch of examples in the Bitcoin chart. All right, the structure I'm going to introduce you to today, guys, is called a flat, okay, a flat, which is a correction. When we talk about corrections, we're talking about the market moving in impulses, which generally move in 5 waves to the upside or downside. You can have impulses to the downside and you can have impulses to the upside. They're generally 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. And then you'll get a correction which pulls back, and it will pull back in 3 waves. Now what I've drawn here for you is a regular zigzag. It's kind of a simple ABC zigzag correction. And then the market will continue on, so and so forth. And that's basically an Elliott wave sequence right there, where you have a 5 wave and a 3 wave pullback. Now you can get that to the downside as well. So if your market is moving to the downside like this, then you'll get 3 wave pullbacks like that. Now that's a zigzag. So this corrective wave, this 3rd wave, this 3 wave pullback can happen in the market in many different ways. And one of the most important ways you need to understand that it moves is in what's called a flat. And now the zigzag that I just shared with you basically is a 5 wave move, 3 wave pullback, and a 5 wave move. And the 3 wave pullback does not break the low or the original or the origin point of the A wave. And so the A wave, A, and this is B, and this would be C. The B wave wouldn't break the low. Well, what a flat is that it's a 3 wave move, but the B wave does come all the way back to the origin of A. So you'll get an A wave, and then you'll get a B wave that comes all the way back 100%. Well, actually, the minimum requirement is 90%. Okay, a 90% retrace. And so we look for a minimum requirement of a 90% retrace of the B wave before we get the C leg. Now, what's interesting about flats is that there are 3 different versions of it. One of them is a regular flat where you have an A wave with a retrace of the B wave 90% to 100%, but it doesn't break the low. And then you'll get the C wave, and that would be an example of a flat correction. Okay, now that's a regular flat correction. Now, sometimes what will happen is that the B wave will come and it will break the low of the A wave, and it'll retrace down below it. Okay, it can come a retrace of the 127 or the 1618 down here. It can come fairly deep and still be a retrace. The B wave is just longer than the A wave or deeper than the A wave. It actually looks like it's continuation, and then the market will shoot up in 5 waves, and that is an A, B, C correction. That's a flat. Okay, and that's what we call an expanded flat, where this expands beyond the origin of A. And then finally, the other flat that we have is what we call a running flat. And it looks like an expanded flat in the sense that a lot of times it will break the origin of the A wave, and then the C wave, it will not break the top of the B. And so this is called a running flat, and that's 3 waves, and then market will continue. So market was coming down, we got an A, B, looked like it was continuing, nope, faked you out, boom, and then it continued on, and that was a 3 wave flat correction. Okay, and so that right there, the flat is the number one correction in the market of Bitcoin. Why is it the number one correction? It's because it's a fake out. Okay, so if market's moving, let's see. For instance, if the market's moving down, okay, and then we get this move back to the upside, okay, and you get this three-wave move. By the way, the A wave needs to be 3 waves in a flat, not 5, which I didn't mention a minute ago. But you get this 3-wave correction. Everybody thinks, hey, there's 3 waves, and then if price continues down, it looks like it's continuation. It looks like this is going to continue down, and you'll get people playing breakout trades, shorting the market down here, scared the market's going to continue going against them or going down, and so traders will come in, play the breakout or continuation or whatever, so it entices liquidity, and then all of a sudden, boom, market will shoot up and take out that high, and so then that's when you have a 3, 5 correction. All right. Now, this is when the longs say, "Oh, this is impulsive. We've reversed," and then the longs. So you get the market makers are getting liquidity down here for anybody that gets stopped out or breakout trades a short, okay, or liquidity up here. Well, anybody breakout trades the longs or their short gets stopped out. So longs got stopped out down here, shorts got stopped out down here. It's a double hit, and then the market will continue in the direction it was going. And that happens over and over and over in the market on all time frames, okay? Now, so that's the structure you need to know. That's the structure that is so common in Bitcoin. And you will get that structure time and time again in the market. So I want to show it to you. Then I'm going to show you the current wave we're looking at, and I'm going to show you that particular structure in play. And then we're gonna see, how can we apply this to our trading and look for it at key levels. Okay, so let's just look at some key areas where we got some running flats here. Okay, here's a fantastic example of it. I'm on the 3-day chart. Let me go down the daily. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so here's, for instance, we had the run up of 2019, okay? And then we began the correction of that move, okay? And so as price was coming down, you got a flat right there. That was a flat where you had this came down 90 to 100% and then shot up again. I imagine everybody thought, oh, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we keep going. But no, it was a flat, and then it came back down. That's not the flat I wanted to show you. The flat that I wanted to show you was after that 3-wave move right there. You had a 3-wave move back to the upside, and then this made a 3-wave move that broke the low. Everybody's thinking, oh, we're going to continue down. At this time, market was very bearish. We were going to go down, right? But it didn't go down. What happened? It 3-waved, and then it just shot up. Took out liquidity. So we took out liquidity down here, took out liquidity, and then we continued on down. Okay. This, by the way, was another example of an expanded flat where this broke this top barely or came up 100% of that and then shot down. So there's an A, B, and a C wave, and that's another example of a flat. This was a WXY correction. It's a double correction there. All right. So you can kind of see, guys, how that structure is super common was common here. There's several flats. There was one here, and a very large one on a different time frame. Now, what you'll notice is that this expanded flat happens on the smaller time frames repetitively and constantly. Let me show you some places where this flat happened as well. Let's go down to the 12-hour chart just to get a little bit more understanding, a little bit more perspective here. Hold on one second. Let me get back over there. There we go. Let's just look in this area, and you'll see an expanded or even a running flat correction that was pretty challenging during this time in the market. You had a move down, a 3-wave move back up, and a 5-wave. That's a flat in and of itself, where you see this 3-wave move that broke the top. Okay. So that's 3 waves right there. Then another 3 waves broke the top. Okay, but it went up in 3. So, oh, everybody's saying, here we go, here we go. And then we got this 5-wave move back to the downside. And that's actually a pretty ugly one. And it's a pretty nasty one, but that's actually a running flat correction. And what you'll see in the RSI, and you can kind of tell, is that this was correcting while this was making kind of higher lows. I mean, higher lows and higher highs. It was correcting. It was a correction, but it was kind of bullish, whereas the RSI was resetting to the downside, okay, during that, and then finally it was ready to go again. This was creating a running flat. And so this correction took the RSI from well overbought, and allowed the market to correct without giving up much price territory. And that's the key, guys. It will fake out to the downside. It'll give you these fake outs to the downside and fake outs to the upside, okay? And keep things a little elusive so that traders have a hard time figuring out which direction the market's going. But when you learn to see the entire thing together as a structure, you're like, okay, there it is. And you can then trade by it, make trades. You could have freely maybe taken a long on the break of the structure to the upside as this started to move back to the upside. All right, so there's another running flat. That was a pretty challenging one. Let me show you some running flats or expanded flats that happened just during price action as this wave was moving up. Okay, let's see. All this right in here, right in there was a running flat. You can see it, where you had this 3-wave move down, this 3-wave move up, and then a 5-wave move down. And we'd have to go in and really analyze that on the small time frame to really see it. But you can kind of see a flat right in there, okay? And that's and notice what the RSI did during that time. RSI was steady moving to the downside, okay, getting ready for another move to the upside or another pump, okay? Let's see. Let's go to another area on the chart where I know there's just a lot of them. They're all over the place here. Right in here would be a good example if we go down to the 4-hour, for instance. Where do we move up? There we go. Right in here. You'll see it as well. You'll see a great example where price moved down in 3 waves right there, correction, okay, and then a 3-wave move back to the upside, and then a 5-wave move down. There's a running flat right there. Now this took a while, and notice what the price action did. Notice what the price action did as the market did that. It allowed the RSI to reset. The RSI was able to reset. This is the 4-hour chart, give you some hidden bullish divergence, and then you are ready for the next move in the market. That was a fantastic correction, okay? Now what it did is it faked out people thinking, here we go, we're going again. It brings it back down, collects liquidity, and then it continues on. So that is something to pay attention to. All right, so with that said, guys, what we're seeing here currently in the market, let me zoom out here. I'm going to go to the daily. It's probably easiest to see on the daily. Is we have a price action that was coming to the downside, okay? Oh, come on. I'm trying to draw it. There we go. Price action that was coming to the downside, all right? Then we got an initial wave to the upside, 3 waves. And then what we got here is a 3-wave move to the downside, and it broke the low, collected the liquidity. Where is this wave now going? Okay. Now a flat, I didn't spend a lot of time talking about the wave structure, but it's measured in a 3, 3, 5. Okay. That's called a 3, 3, 5 correction. Okay. That means we need 5 waves developing, an impulse wave, 5 waves developing. Okay. And what you'll see is that's exactly what's developing here. You've got 3 up, 3 down, broke the low. Okay, and now we're impulsing to the upside in 5 waves. Chances are, guys, where do flats like to go? Well, they like to go up to the 1618 extension very often, but you need to see 5 waves develop. Okay, so you'll see A, B, and I need C to develop. So we need to see, 1, 2, 3. Need to see wave 4 develop. More than likely, we're going to see a flat developing in here, and then 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that would be a good, a pretty good wave structure to watch for. A flat right in this area, or it could come up a little bit higher here. We get a flat correction, where we get some kind of an initial move, a 3-wave move back to the upside, a 5-wave move down, and then a continuation wave to the upside. Okay, so that's what we're looking for, guys. That's the way, that's the structure that is so often seen in Bitcoin, as she likes to move bullishly. Okay, and so this is moving bullish, guys. I'm very bullish. The only problem is, guys, I'm seeing this RSI right here, and it's really overbought, right? It needs a little correction. Okay, it needs a little bit of a pullback, and so what we're looking for here is a move to the downside, or at least a corrective move that's going to allow the RSI to at least come back. Okay, reset for the next bullish move to the upside that's going to get us up here. We got targets at 28, guys, but I think that's too low. I think we're going to get up here to the 2618, which is about $35,000. I would not be surprised to see Bitcoin coming up to $35,000. I would not even be surprised to see Bitcoin coming up to around 40K, almost to the 3618 extension, if this thing gets moving. Guys, this is probably going to be the kind of move that's gonna just get everybody rocking. Okay, so let's look at the small time frame and see what's happening even right now on the chart here. Okay, check it out. What you'll notice here's we had an initial move off the bottom right here. Boom, boom, boom. 3 moves down. Okay, now we had a 3 move up, 3 moves down. Okay, and now we're getting a 3 move up. This could be an impulse wave. This could have been a corrective wave right there, or we're getting a 3-wave move to the upside that's going to be followed by a flat correction that's going to take this level out and then go. Okay, so there's all kinds of things that can happen. We're going to be watching, but don't expect, just because this is going up and making a higher high in Bitcoin, don't expect that this is necessarily just going to go to the moon. It totally could. We totally could have a 5-wave move here. 1, 2. We could be making 3, 4, 5, getting up here to my 24,002 target, and that could be the end of a wave, or we could be making a much larger correction here, where this is 3. We get another 3 up like that. It breaks the top, okay, and then comes down fairly quickly, takes out the liquidity. All right, it could even come down even lower. Okay, comes down in 5 waves, and then allows the market to reset on the 4-hour chart. Okay, check it out. This would allow the market to reset on the 4-hour, creating hidden bullish divergence and be ready for the next move to the upside. Now I can't predict how the wave is going to develop. We just know general principles, like the exact movements, right? We just know general principles for the way the market does move. And so when you let it play, we know we're in a corrective phase. We know that this is acting correctively, and we know that it's not finished. What you're doing is you're waiting for 3 waves to develop and show itself on the chart. You got a prime example right here, where you had an initial move down, and then it was just chop, 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 chop. And you know it's correcting, it's acting like a correction, but you're like, when's it going to finish? Well, we ended up getting a 3-wave move to the upside, boom, 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 right there, right? And then boom, straight down. And there is a running flat. It didn't break this low, so that's kind of a running flat there. And then we were ready for the next move. So what's happening here? Same sort of thing, except it's could be a larger structure. Okay, it could be a larger wave structure that are saying, hey, we're possibly getting ready to go up. Okay, you'll notice we've got 3 up, 3 down. Now we could be getting 5 up, and that in and of itself is a flat. Okay, and if that's a flat, then we'd be looking for 5 down. The market corrects, and then it's ready for the next move. This is what you need to learn to recognize in Bitcoin's movements. Okay, you're going to watch that, and you want to watch the RSI and how it functions and moves on the 1 hour and the 4 hour chart. And when you see the 1 hour chart reset down here and give you hidden bull divergence like it gave you, I took a long here this morning. I was long here on this. Okay, not forever. I was expecting it to be 3 waves. I've actually taken profit. After I took a conservative profit at the right before I started filming, and then we just got another little pump. I was like, I missed some of that wave. No big deal, right? Because I'm not looking to catch every ounce of every move. We're just trying to make money in the market as the market moves, right? So I'm looking for this to develop here into a 3-wave move. This could come and break the high. This might not. This might come on down. This could be a 3-wave move to the downside, and that's just the A wave, in which would follow some kind of a larger B wave that breaks the high in 3 waves. So this could come down quickly, and that would be a flat in and of itself. Put a 3-wave move back in, and then do it again, and the entire structure becomes a flat. You see that's the way the market moves, okay? And so that's why you not only watch it on small time frames, you watch it on the 4 hour chart as well as the 8 hour, and you kind of get a sense for, okay, where's price in this as this trends, as the 4 hour is trending down here to the downside. Where are we in the correction? And you're going to get ups and downs along the way. But eventually this thing is going to finish its correction after the end of the flat or at the end of the correction. And it's going to be oversold along with a 3-wave structure. And when you see that and you've got hidden bullish divergence, it's oversold or close to oversold, and you have a 3-wave structure, that's when you want to say, okay, I'm buying for the next move to the upside. I'm going to go ahead and make my buy. Now, again, don't know where it's going to be, how it's going to be. I can't predict the exact nature of what's going to happen. All I can do is look at how price is moving, look at clues on all time frames to get a sense for, okay, where's price going and how is it going to move. Guys, I hope that just gets you thinking about Elliott wave structure and how we as Elliott wave traders watch the chart and we watch the dynamics of what's going on in the chart, and we trade along with Bitcoin along the way. We know we're in a correction. It's probably going to be complex. It's probably got some more downside to go. I'm not FOMOing in. We don't FOMO in on these spikes. These are just liquidity spikes in a correction. We know that it could even break the high and get up here. It can even get up here to 24K or so. It could go up in 5 waves. So we could go up in 5 waves here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then come back down again. So you have to understand that these things can play, and we understand this structure. When you understand this, you don't FOMO and you don't chase trades. You wait for the structure to come back down, looking for your entries on the as the market pulls back in the way that it does. So the market pulls back all kinds of ways, but the number one way it does, it pulls back in flats. Hope this tutorial has been helpful to you. Just give you some inside knowledge in how we approach structure trading. And so we're going to be watching this as a Discord, how this develops, and looking for a trade setup. I'll probably be looking for a short here at some point when I see the signs. And I'm starting to begin to see some signs where I want to take a short. That maybe this thing is going to come down with some volatility to the downside and give me a 3-wave move. There are other things in play, and I'm not calling that short. I'm simply saying that I'm going to look for the setups. I've got other things that I'm not sharing with you that I look for. If you want to learn every aspects of my trading strategy and how we put confluence with other charts together, and we look at the multiple time frames and the RSI as well as wave structure, and we put all those together to make low risk and high probability trades. Love to teach you that, and that'll help you in your swing trading. You can apply it to swing trading. You can apply it to scalp trading. You can apply it to the 4 hour, any hourly chart you want, as long as you're patient to watch the chart develop properly and be patient for your entries. So with that said, guys, thanks for stopping by the channel. Hopefully that information gives you some help as you begin thinking about trading from an Elliott Wave perspective, in the way that we who trade with Elliott Wave really trade it. So with that said, you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share some love in the comments. Really helps the channel. I appreciate that. And y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.